Hi, I'm Tom Medine. I'm the chairman of the Golf League. I decided to make a quick video to recap the important things we talked about at the kickoff meeting last Tuesday. We haven't had a meeting for 3 years, so there were a number of very important issues that we went over and got caught up on. The first one was our obligation to field at least 100 players every week at the golf courses. This means that every captain has to have 4 players in their foursome every week. And the captains were receptive to that, understood the importance of it. But there's an important thing that each individual golfer has to do too. You have to help your captain by notifying him by Monday of that week if you're not going to be able to make it. That way he can call some subs and get someone lined up to take your place to make sure that we have our full foursomes every week. Now, of course, last minute things are going to happen and you're not going to be able to make it for whatever reason on Wednesday morning. If that happens, call your captain as soon as you can on Wednesday morning or Tuesday night so that, once again, he can get someone out of the sub pool on day of play. That would help a lot. The next thing we talked about was the ever popular subject of pace of play. Now, pace of play is becoming increasingly important because, again, the golf courses are saying, hey, after 4.5 hours, 4:45, we have other guys that want to play golf on our course and they're paying full retail price. So we would like you guys to wrap up your league play in a timely fashion. Now, that doesn't mean we have to rush. We are a very diverse league. We have guys that are 55 years old. We have guys that are 85 years old. We have 6 handicappers and we have 26 handicappers. So I'm not saying we have to rush. I want people to relax and enjoy their round of golf. But at the same time, I think we have an obligation to play efficiently. Well, what does that mean? That means that, well, let me give you an illustration. We did an exercise where we talked about yield signs. And most people felt that yield signs are triangular in shape and yellow in color. Well, yield signs have been red in the United States by law since 1971. That's 50 years ago. So for 50 years, a lot of us, me included, have thought that yield signs were yellow. So the takeaway to me is that every once in a while we have to step back and take a fresh look at things. And pace of play is one. I'm asking you to take a fresh look. And what I mean by that is I'm asking you to play efficiently. I'm asking each player to save 15 seconds on each hole. 15 seconds isn't very much. But if each player saves 15 seconds, that's a minute per hole per foursome, and that will reduce our time for the round by 18 minutes. And that's very significant. So an insignificant 15 seconds every hole adds up to 18 minutes at the end of the day. Now, how are we going to do that? John, in the guidelines, published some very, very good guides on how to save time on the golf course. Some of the ones that are specific are hit the ball when ready. Don't wait for honors. Don't wait till the guy across the fairway hits. If you have a clear shot and can hit the ball safely, hit it. When you're putting, when the other guy is putting, line your putt up and be ready to go as soon as he's done. If you're out on the course and you want to take a distance measurement and need to stand right at the ball to do that, take a couple clubs with you. Don't go to the ball, take your distance reading, and then go back to the cart. That's a wasted trip. Take your clubs, a couple clubs with you, pick a club and hit the ball. So again, if everyone can help us with 15 seconds a hole, we're going to see a dramatic improvement in pace of play, and I think it's going to be a more enjoyable round for everybody. The other thing we talked about is lost balls. Now, we have guys in our league that are perfectly capable of losing 2 or 3 or even 4 balls on a round of golf. And I know that to be true because I am one. So we are changing the guideline this year to 1 minute to look for a lost ball. Well, why 1 minute? We did another exercise where we sat quiet in the room for a minute. And trust me, it seemed like a long, awkward time. So if you're standing on the tee for a minute waiting for a guy down on the fairway looking for his ball, it's a very long time. If we stayed with 2 minutes, that can easily slip to 3 minutes. So if you lose 3 balls in a round, you're going to be shut down for anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. If 2 guys in your foursome lose 3 balls, you're shut down for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. If you lose 4 balls, it's even longer. And that is downtime. That's time you can never make up. You can't catch up to the foursome ahead of you. That time cannot be made up. It's gone. And it's a major source of delay. So if you lose a ball, take a minute and look for it, fine. But you know what? A ball costs $1.50. Put a ball down, take a stroke. This is not the Masters. Take your stroke and move on. One of the things we're also asking every team to do is, in the upper right corner of your scorecard, write down the time of day that you completed your round. That'll help us track exactly how long we're out on the golf course, and it's a very good tool for us. So those are some of the important things we touched on. We had a great meeting. I'm looking forward to a great season this year. We'll see you April 27th. Thanks a lot. So those are some of the important things we touched on. We had a great meeting. I'm looking forward to a great season this year. We'll see you April 27th. Thanks a lot.